That's why I'm need to get new equipment because that's the camera that I'm using right now has only an 18-minute and 30-second or something like that time limit. So this first episode is probably gonna be a two-parter because I'm not trying to record too long for the first episode because this first episode is kind of just unscripted, not really writing down what I really want to go into. I'm just kind of going off the dome, just trying to explain and just talk about the things that what this thing's gonna be about. And one thing I want to do with this podcast is I also want to go to. I want to get people on this podcast and just go to different locations and possibly set up different locations and different sites and just figure out have conversations with different people and just figure out how we all like. Because I've been finding one thing that like everyone that I've been meeting lately is like no matter the background, if they're 60 years old or 10 years old, I've been finding little things that we all connect to. Is like that you can find that yourself that you can talk about and have passion about, even with someone that you never thought that you would have any interest or common with. If you just find one thing that you have passion about, you can find that little glimpse of hope that you do have of what you really want. And that's what God is. God is love. If you find love in the little things that you do and find memories and find little things that do bring you joy and bring you happiness, yeah, have that joy and spread wild with it. But don't let that. That's one thing that I've been finding out about love. Have love. Don't be in love with something. Have love for something. There's a big difference. If you're in love in love with someone, that means you. I don't mean to say it like that. I mean to say have love for yourself. As the biggest commandment is love yourself as love thy love yourself as you love thy neighbor. If you're able to love yourself in a way and do things that Christ does for you first, no one will ever be able to deceive you. No one will ever be able to bring the worst out of you because you know that that love will be ever flowing out of you. That's what I mean more in a sense. Have love people, but be in love with the one all high, almighty is first. The one that bring us all around us. Even the little things that we have, even the pillow that we lay on, even the socks that we wear. It's the little things that you gotta be like, man, if I didn't have those, how would my life be? And like, people don't have those little things every day that you just take for granted. It's like, if you find difference and be appreciative of little things, yeah, the big picture becomes a little bit more clear to see. Because, yeah, the big picture, yeah, it's hard to figure out the whole, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. But we all got time because time, we all think time on a 7 week, think time is such a small thing. But time is irrelevant to everything that we do. Because, oh, when people say, I got new year, new me, new year, new goal, it's like, why does the year matter? Years are just made up terms. Month is like, we go by calendar, but yeah, there's calendar. The way I see the calendar is the sun goes up and the sun goes down. We have 24 hours to make the best of what we got throughout the day. And don't let a time constraint, don't let things tell you when you need to go to sleep. Don't let things like that tell you. Because one day, You might feel like, oh, I did more physical activity. I might need more 10 hours of sleep. One day you might feel like, oh, I didn't do anything today. I might only need 5 hours. But some people are always, oh, I gotta sleep at the same exact time. I gotta do this at the same exact time. But if you live in that way, then you're trapping your mind in a time frame. If you do things in a time frame, you're just living a time frame to death. And if you do that, then you might not go to the rightful place. You might, if you're living right, you might go to the right place. But if you're living wrong in the time frame and not really doing things that you should be doing within that time frame, you might not go to the right place. And that's why you can't have fear to live out that side of that time frame. You gotta just know that any dollar value, anything that if you're not willing, uh, there's value in it if you do it for the right reasons and work your ass, always work your ass off and work for the ones that you love, but don't work for the wrong reasons. Oh, I gotta make this paycheck to get the big car. I gotta do this for do that to, because all you really need to survive is shit. If you have a small room in some place that you have a little heat, that's more than, and little clothes, that's more than enough. And how much money and how much do you really gotta